Good morning. Today we'll start again with our poem Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard by Thomas Gray. We'll start from lines 61, that is stanza 16. The applause of listening senates to command, the threats of pain and ruin to despise, to scatter plenty over a smiling land, and read their history in a nation's eyes, their lot forbade. The sentence structure you can see over here is a bit different from the earlier sentences, and the ending of the sentence is in fact the beginning of the sentence. Their lot forbade. Their lot means the lot of, or the situation. Lot here means situation. The situation of the villagers who are dead. Their situation had forbidden them from keeping or receiving or commanding the applause and approval of politicians. Their situation also made it impossible for them to blow off threats of pain and ruin, or nor could they spread good stuff, means plenty, all over the country, even though that could have won them a place in the history books and in the eyes of their countrymen. The villagers were poor and they have died unknown because of their poverty, as the speaker had earlier said in the stanza 13. Their growing nor circumscribed alone, their growing virtues but their crimes confined, forbade to wade through slaughter to a throne, and shut the gates of mercy on mankind. The struggling pangs of conscious truth to hide, to quench the blushes of ingenious shame, or heap the shrine of luxury and pride with incense kindled at the muse flame. Here again we have to combine two sentences to understand this stanza. Not only does the poverty of the villagers prevent, circumscribe here means prevent, them from developing the virtues that would get them being remembered in the history books, it also keeps them from committing crimes. Here the poet has given some examples of the crimes these poor villagers just don't have to commit, because they are busy working to put food on the table, because they are struggling very hard to make two ends meet. Another metaphor can be seen here. The slamming the gates of mercy is a metaphor for being merciless. You can shut the gates of mercy is the word. So this word is like gates of mercy means is a used like a metaphor, where it means that to being merciless. The villagers' lot in life keeps them, or the villagers' situation keeps them from trying to hide the truth, especially when the truth is struggling and conscious of being the truth. Their situation likewise keeps them from trying to hide their blushes. After all, blush shows that you are ashamed, so they didn't do anything because of which they had to blush or feel ashamed. So if you hide your blushes, you are hiding your true feelings. So this never happened with these villagers. Ingenious here means innocent. So one again metaphor can be seen here, quenching flame. Quenching here means the blush is the metaphorical flame that's getting quenched. The poor villagers also don't have the chance to use fancy and flattering words to build a metaphorical shrine to the personified, what is personified? Luxury and pride. So they don't have to build any shrine to fancy, or they don't need any, or they didn't have the chance to use fancy and flattering words to build a metaphorical shrine for luxury and pride. The muses were the goddesses in Greek and Roman mythology who were responsible for inspiring artists, musicians and poets. So the incense that was lit at the muse flame must be a pen that is metaphorically kindled, lit up or inspired by the muses. Far from the madding crowd's ignoble strife, their sober wishes never learned to stray. Along the cool sequestered vale of life, they kept the noiseless tenor of their way. Since the poor villagers who are buried in the churchyard had lived far away from the noise and strife of the crowded cities, they never learned to stray away from more sober, serious wishes and desires, because they lived in a sequestered means secluded, lonely place. They were able to live their lives without making a lot of noise.